and I also just really love it. And I just love running.
And Katelyn Rupe, pull one out here at the end. National Girls Championship.
Wow, Katelyn Rupe. We're seeing one of the great performances of all time.
Where did you get your start in running? Like when did it finally become a thing for you?
I started in 8th grade because it was COVID, and I was bored. And I just started doing 1 to 3 miles on the treadmill, just out of boredom. But then I started training for a half marathon with my dad, and that made me really fall in love with running. And we would always go on runs together. And it started out as he would always be waiting on me, be encouraging me to keep going. Well, when we actually raced the half marathon, I think I beat him by 5 minutes. So, so that was really exciting for me. And just, yeah, it was just really fun to get to do that with him.
And is that the same time you were like, I'm pretty decent at this and I'm gonna start pushing all the chips in towards this?
Yeah, because so it also started to run into like my track season for 8th grade. So then because of my half marathon training, I had been putting in more miles than I had ever before, and it just made me faster. And so my track times were dropping a lot more. I started winning races, and yeah, so then I kind of realized like I wasn't too bad at it.
Favorite running workout?
I love anything threshold. I love threshold pace and threshold workouts. Probably mile repeats. Those are always really fun.
Favorite sport besides running? Like if you had to choose a sport that wasn't a running oriented sport, cross track, what would you pursue?
Tennis. Yeah, I love tennis. I miss it a little.
And tell me about your experience with high school tennis.
So I played tennis in my freshman year. So I didn't run cross because we're not allowed to dual sport as a freshman. And then my sophomore year, I did tennis and cross country. I loved it, but then my junior year, I decided to retire from tennis and do just cross country because it was a lot. And I think it was the right decision ultimately, just because junior year has lots of homework, lots of much harder classes. But yeah, still miss it.
What made you want to start strength training?
I've heard it's good for you and it helps with running, even if necessarily it's not always known for being able to lift heavy.
What have you noticed in your performance since we've started lifting weights? And it's been, let's see, almost a year and a half we've been lifting weights together.
Yeah.
What have you noticed in your performance since then and how you feel? Do you feel stronger? Do your runs feel better?
I've definitely gotten stronger. And I think my running, I have more power now. I'm more confident in my kick and sprinting abilities. I had like hip problems earlier before I started strength training and everything. But yeah, I haven't had any, knock on wood, but haven't had any. And so I think that strength training has really helped with that.
What sets you apart from other runners?
I think how much like I put into it. I'm running 45 miles a week. I'm strength training 3 times a week. I try and do my best to stretch some. And just, yeah, and I also just really love it. And I just love running, so.